Hello, all. This is Dr. Dave Maslach talking about reciprocity.com, the sharing economy proofreading platform that I am trying to build. The E is spelled with a 3. So I actually want to talk to you about this thing that I read the other day, the saying that I read the other day that I thought was really strange, and maybe do one of these, right? I read on Facebook somebody wrote, "Congratulations on your beautiful baby." Now, I'm not saying that this is necessarily a bad thing to say and you shouldn't say this kind of thing, but it is a very curious thing to say if you think about what that actually means. And I'm going to get into that in this video. You can watch the video to the end, and what I'm going to talk about why it might not necessarily be all that strange if you think from a strategic management perspective. So when I first heard that, or I first started thinking about that, I thought that was really particularly strange because what is defined as congratulatory or congratulating somebody, according to the Webster's Dictionary, is to express vicarious pleasure to a person on the occasion of success or good fortune. So what I was having in mind was on the occasion of success, and it doesn't necessarily make all that sense for me, and I'll explain why in a minute, why that is so curious. And it might be actually the latter that you're congratulating somebody for. Now, the reason why I think this is a really curious thing to say is because achieving a beautiful baby is an entirely random process. It's a random outcome. You have very little agency in the entire process. A person cannot determine the outcome of achieving or cannot will their way to having a beautiful baby. If you think about all the different sort of random steps along the way to actually mate with somebody, you have to meet somebody that you sort of stumble upon along the way, and you might meet them at different parts of your life. You might meet them in different locations and all those kind of things. And I do realize that we do cluster together and we have preferences for certain types of individuals, and we try to achieve the whole mating process is sort of evolutionary, where we're trying to achieve more. We try to seek out mates that are very beautiful and more beautiful to a particular individual than other mates. However, even if you consider that and you assume that you do pick the most beautiful mate along the way, that there is no outcome. It's very difficult to will your way in the process of when you're actually mating to actually achieve a beautiful baby. You can't simply say, I am going to will my way as hard as I can and I'm going to get a beautiful baby from that. That does not happen. There's a mix mash of chemicals and DNA and all this wonderful stuff that happens, and then you get this beautiful baby that has very little to do with what you determined along the process. So the fact that we congratulate somebody is not necessarily determined from success, because that is generally because of some sort of actions that you perform to get to that success. And so a better saying is actually, I'm so happy that you played the lottery and won. Now, what I think is really interesting, and I started digging down into this, and I thought this was a really curious saying, and I was like, well, that is patently wrong to say congratulations on your beautiful baby. But then I started thinking from a strategic management perspective, and I started digging down into the strategic management perspective, and I thought that the best perspective is to think as a possession of a beautiful baby as some sort of resource in the outcomes that are going to happen in the long run. And this is what's called the resource-based view. And we often think with the resource-based view is a simple possession of resources that are rare, valuable, and inimitable, allows you to achieve long-term success. And that those resources, if you think about it, lots of people spend a tremendous amount of money on becoming beautiful. They do plastic surgery. There's an entire industry, cosmetic industry, in becoming beautiful, for like those that are naturally bestowed on being beautiful. So it is a very valuable thing to possess. And the other thing that's really quite curious, it is really, really rare. And so I think it's kind of interesting that we don't congratulate people, and we congratulate almost everybody on having a beautiful baby. But we do know that beautiful babies are entirely very, very rare. And we're not going to say congratulations on your ugly baby. That just does not sound right. And it's in fact, it's patently very rude to say. Now, what's really quite interesting is that this entire process, and to achieve a beautiful baby, because you can't will your way into getting that beautiful baby, and nobody can will their way into getting a beautiful baby. They can try all they want, but the chance of getting a beautiful baby is just because of pure luck along the way. So this makes it very inimitable. It's very difficult to copy to get to this beautiful baby that is very difficult to achieve. So if you possess those resources, what we believe in the strategic management literature is that you're able to compete and become a little bit better than everybody else. You can imagine that you have a sea of little babies along the way. The beautiful baby is going to get bestowed more resources, and they're going to get more chances and opportunities than the ones that aren't in the long run. So we think that possession of some sort of beautifulness is actually allows you to get this longer term performance in the long run. But I think, and I started thinking a little bit more about this, is not necessarily the possession of valuable, rare, and inimitable resources. It's not just a possession of being beautiful, particularly at the bottom and the beginning of a process that is important. It is that what you do with those resources, it's how you cultivate those resources, it's how you grow and develop that particular beautifulness. So it's to make sure that that particular baby has character as they grow up, that they are not just stuck on themselves, they're not focused on their own beauty, but they are careful, they're thinking about other people, and they're very concerned about other people, as well as they are looking around the world, and they're making sure that they're aware of all the different things out there. They have some intelligence behind them. They have social intelligence. It's all of these things that you can do as a parent, and invest in all those different things along the way that you can do as a parent that is perhaps even more important than the possession of beauty, particularly with a beautiful baby at the beginning. And so I think maybe the better greeting with this entire process, and what we should be all thinking about, is maybe you should be saying you're about to embark on one of the greatest journeys of your life as a parent. You can think and you can grow and you can develop this beautiful resource, this beautiful baby, into something that's even more miraculous, more better and wonderful. And if you think about it, even if you have an ugly baby, and a lot of people do have ugly babies, and I know I'm going to get flack for saying that, but that doesn't mean anything. The possession of something that is ugly often turns into something that is very, very beautiful, and we do know this from a tremendous amount of research in the management field. Just possession of something that's very unique and different, and something that you can invest in and continue to grow and develop, is going to become into something that is so beautiful that a lot of people would love to actually possess and to love to actually have for their own. So it's not the fact that you have a beautiful baby, and you shouldn't be congratulating on based on being a beautiful baby and having a beautiful baby, but it's the fact that you are willing to invest and develop and cultivate and make something grow and make it into something that is more better and is a beautiful thing in the long run. So, with that being said, if you like these videos and you think that this is interesting, make sure you do the old thumbs up. And as well, if you do like this channel, make sure you do watch some other videos. You can subscribe at the same time. And then, as well, you can check out Reciprocity and seeing what I'm doing there with the sharing economy proofreading platform, where the E is spelt with a 3, and you might be impressed in what I'm trying to do. So that's all I have to say. Thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to watching you on the next video. Take care. Bye.